Pisces, welcome to your October 2023 tarot reading. I'm Kate Smithkors. I'm a Reiki master and a tarot intuitive, and these are the collective messages for you. So please, my friends, take what resonates and leave the rest. The first card that I have here is from the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace. And when I first looked at this card, I thought it said surrender. It does not. However, that might be a message for some of you that it's time to surrender. But this message here is number 41, and it says sundress. Do it for you. And I love how she's in the snow, right? It's cold outside, but she's choosing to wear a sundress anyway. Everybody else is probably thinking, what? It's way too cold for that. What are you doing? What are you thinking? And this is what she wants to wear to make herself feel beautiful, to feel happy. So that's what she's going to do. And that's your message too. When it comes to healing and recovery, make sure you're doing it for yourself, not for somebody else. Becoming too dependent on other people will only end in disappointment. People leave. Friends drift. Family members become estranged. Your reason needs to be bigger than them. And believe it or not, you are important enough to be that reason. I love that message. So the next card that I want to talk about, so kind of like going just a tad bit further into this, is that some of you might be estranged from family members or be exiting a relationship or in maybe a controlling environment or situation. And it feels like there's a change that needs to happen within your life or within you. And you're choosing to do it, not doing it for other people, but doing it for yourself. For some of you, this is sobriety, right? So you're not choosing sobriety. You're not choosing to become sober just solely for your family or for your children or for anybody else. You have to come at it from a place of, I'm doing this for me too. Okay, so the next card that we're talking about is called Plant the Seeds. This is actually a number 6 energy, so if you're into numerology, this would be associated with 6. And this is from the Everyday Witch Oracle, and I'm actually going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot too. I just love these decks. I use them any time of year. It's beautiful artwork. So this card says, all things that grow have to start somewhere, with seeds both actual and metaphorical. Whether it is the seed of an idea, a new beginning, or a garden of magical herbs, you have to plant it and then nurture it well to get the results you want. Caring for your seeds takes effort, but sometimes the biggest challenge is having the courage and forward momentum to plant them at all. What seeds are you planting in your life? So this kind of goes along with that message of, you might make mistakes. You might, there's something that needs to change within yourself. There's something that needs to bloom and blossom and grow. And I feel like that's really the energy that you're in, is you're growing. And this growth is coming from deep within, just like a seed is sprouting from the inside and it bursts its way out to be what it really truly wants to be, which is that plant, that flower. And yes, it can be messy. Sometimes it can be dirty, but we have to start somewhere. And seeds get planted right under the earth. It's dark. It's cold. Things seem a little bit bleak. But from that's when they really their life explodes. Right? Their life changes. They're reborn. And I feel like that's part of what some of you are going through at this time. I love that. Part of the message that I'm hearing is with this watering can, water your garden, nurture yourself. Remember the self-care and the self-love. So when it comes to those ideas, I guess the phrase that Spirit is wanting me to use is water your garden. To talk about some of the overall themes that you might be experiencing in the month of October, we have the World card. There is some cycle coming to an end, and I'm actually hearing cycle breaker. So some of you had parents that either parented a certain way, or maybe they were abusive, or maybe they had abusive tendencies toward, or addictive tendencies, I should say. And you're choosing to break that cycle. You're breaking away from that. And it's not just to heal you, it's to heal future generations and past generations too. So I'm hearing you are a cycle breaker, and there's something coming to a conclusion. And from this, it's actually beautiful, happy blessings. It's feeling fulfilled in ways that you hadn't felt before. This feels really beautiful. We also have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is not afraid to speak her truth. I feel like you have a story to tell. You very much, some of you have been through a lot of stuff in your life, and you have said in the past, I feel like I should write a book. And that's totally true. You have enough experiences, life experience, where you could write a book from what you've been through. The Queen of Swords is not afraid to cut people out of her life. She can be very cold when need be. And so if you are surrounding yourself with people who are encouraging negative or toxic behaviors, or that's what they're doing, and that's like the example that you have set for your friends or your family or whatever, then it might be time to cut them out. Write them I regret to inform you. No, I regret to inform you that I can't be your friend anymore. It feels, I don't know, when I said that, it felt a little petty. Like, I feel like there's some people in your life who are going to take it to heart, who are going to be really petty about it. I don't know, it's just, I don't know how to say it other than just understand you have the choice, you have the option. You don't have to let people be in your life that aren't serving you and the goals that you're trying to reach. And then we have the Moon card. There's something coming to light, right? This kind of represents your energy. It's a water energy. And I love how the cat is looking into the pool, and when it looks at its reflection, it sees a panther. So it's seeing the best parts of yourself. Like, that's what you need to be focusing on and encouraging, bringing forward, right? And you might also explore your shadow side too. The moon goes in phases. We all go in phases. We all go in cycles. And sometimes life is looking really good, and then sometimes life is looking a little bit bleak. But that's okay, right? So part of the message here is that it's okay to be in a down cycle. And if you're feeling like you're in a down cycle, try not to do what you would have done in the past to kind of numb that for yourself, right? Be the cycle breaker. Choose that this time around I'm doing things different. But the Moon card could also be like something hidden coming to light. Maybe you're recognizing some hidden talents, some parts of yourself are coming forward that you had repressed for a while. Maybe in childhood you loved painting, and so maybe now you're starting to paint again, and so you've kind of accessed this repressed gift or talent that you had. So that actually feels really good. Now I'm moving on to another oracle card, and it's from the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle. I absolutely love this deck. The sides are a metallic red, and the front has a beautiful snake on it, and I love this deck. Okay, so the number on this card is 31. So it's interesting that this one was 41 and this one was 31. So maybe, I don't know, there's something about the one being on the end that's significant. This one's 21, 31, 41. It's like you're stepping up. Oh, that's kind of cool. And even with the height of the cards too, 21, 31, 41, you're stepping up in the world. Okay, so the message of this card is vengeance. Vengeance can feel good for a time, but this is a hollow victory. Allow yourself to leave a cycle of negativity. Justice will be done. Only you can choose to forgive someone else. You may or may not choose to forgive someone of their transgression, but you forgive for yourself and not for others. So this is a message of forgiveness. There's somebody in your life that you might need to forgive, but it's not for their sake, it's for yours, because it will free you. You are not forgiving them for the awful things that they did, but for not being able to do things differently at the time. Whether it was their mental state, emotional state, what their circumstances were, you're forgiving them for not choosing to do things differently. So that's a message for some of you. But I also love the sentence here that said, allow yourself to leave a cycle of negativity. And this is what we were talking about, cycles, right? The World card is usually has like a circle garland or an oval garland. And this is about cycles, ending a cycle. So all of those messages are just going along with what we've already talked about, which is absolutely beautiful to see these all interconnecting messages here. And now I'm going to talk about some potential challenges for the month of October. And we have the 10 of Cups. I feel like with you, when you get into a friendship or relationship or even things with your family, if things start to go too smooth, you almost want to self-sabotage. I feel like there's a little bit of a fear there of what would it mean if my life didn't have drama in it? What would it mean if I was truly happy? So you might be really contemplating that this month and learning to accept blessings. 10 of Cups, that's happiness, that's joy, that's fulfillment. And so you might have a hard time accepting it. We have the Queen of Swords coming out again. This is just in a different deck. I love it. She's like an ice queen. And I feel like for some of you, you're going to have to be a little bit cold, but not so cold that you're coming across as disrespectful, right? You can speak your truth in a way that feels authentic and is still respectful to other people. And so finding the balance between being bitchy and speaking your truth, sometimes that's a fine line. So that could be a potential challenge for you. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So this could potentially be your energy. This could be somebody else's energy. It could be a mother figure. Could it be another water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This could be somebody who's becoming a mother as well. This little baby down here is standing out, or maybe she already has kids. And maybe their parenting style is not sitting right with you. That could be part of it. The Queen of Cups can also be a nurturer. So this, if the other message wasn't resonating, this one might. So another possible interpretation could be somebody that you go to for advice is starting to, maybe they're nurturing you too much. Maybe they're being too flexible with you. And you're like, I need somebody who is going to be just absolutely real with me and blunt, and this is what I need right now. And by you not being that way, by you being too easy on me, you're not forcing me to step up to accomplish whatever goal I want to, or whatever I need to get done. So for some of you, it's somebody being too flexible with you, not holding you accountable, or maybe they're even being too flexible with themselves, and maybe you had a certain expectation of them, and now they're not meeting that expectation. So trying to figure out how to have that conversation with them might be a little bit tricky, but just a potential energy. Okay. And then the last message that we have here is from the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. I will have all of these decks linked in my description box. So if you haven't taken a look at that, go ahead and take a look at that now or after the video. And so I will have my website in there where you can book a personal reading if you want to, and I will have affiliate links to all the card decks in case one is really standing out and you're like, yes, I think I want to get that for myself. Or to gift to somebody else too. I absolutely love when I'm gifted tarot and oracle decks. I think it's so cool. All right, this is number 30, making a choice. You are required to come to a decision now. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it. Yet, you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now, because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition. Ask for a sign from Spirit, and you will be led to the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. So, this card is saying that you're at a fork in the road. You've got to make a choice, whether it's to go this way or that way. Either way, you've got to move forward. I can't remember. I think it was Aquarius. It had a very similar message to that. So if you have Aquarius placements, your rising sign or your moon sign, Venus, maybe go check out the Aquarius video too. It might have some important messages for you in there. But this is really about you tuning into yourself and making a choice from a heart-centered space, from a space that feels really connected to that spark of the divine too. Where are you being pulled? Where are you being led? It's like if you feel magnetized towards something, even if it's not what you would normally choose to do, pay attention to that magnetism. Also, one of my favorite ways to make a decision, if I'm choosing between this and that, I will flip a coin. If it lands on a certain side and I'm disappointed by that, then I'll know I should have just chose the other one in the first place, and that's what I'll do. Because that disappointment shows me that I really wanted the other one maybe a little bit more. So that's another way to decide with whatever this important choice is. So on that note, I will leave you with the message that I hope you have a beautiful month of October. I hope that you have many blessings and the support that you need to make important choices. You have lots of blessings coming in, lots of support, and so just remember that. These poppies are really standing out right now too. So maybe there's somebody that's passed that used to call Poppy, or maybe they were a veteran. So that's another message for some of you. Okay. So before we leave, I just want to say that I'm so excited to get into my physical location. By the time you see this video, I will be in my storefront at 201 South Elmer Ave in Sayre, Pennsylvania. So if you're local to the Sayre area or in PA, stop in and take a look around my shop. I'm going to have a succulent bar, crystal mining for kids. I'm going to have arts and crafts classes, and I'm still going to have an office space within that building so that I can do my Reiki and my tarot and my spiritual development coaching. And speaking of spiritual development coaching, don't forget to go to my website and type in the search bar, Begin Your Spiritual Journey, and my class will pop up for you. Purchase your ticket, purchase your seat, because it's going to be starting mid-October, and it's going to be 8 weeks of classes. So my class, which would be my audio or my video recordings of all the different topics that I'm going to be teaching you, are going to be sent to you every week, a new topic each week. And I'm going to interconnect them, weave them kind of together so they all flow. But every week we're going to be meeting one-on-one for coaching sessions. These are done via Zoom. So even if you live in California, you can still take this class. And then I will also be sending weekly distance group Reiki healings. So to aid in your learning, to aid in your healing, to aid in your spiritual development, your spiritual practices, you'll be receiving Reiki as well. So it's going to be great. It's going to be magical. You're going to learn lots of stuff. You're going to feel powerful by the end of it. But with that being said, I hope you have a beautiful month of October, and I will see you guys in another video.